Welcome to the very first Disco 8-track comic strip. This is the strip where we meet the characters for the first time, unless you've already met them in Lord Carnage or Ethel the Cyborg Ninja. This is meant to be the introductory strip for the newcomers. Who are these weirdos and what are they doing? Why is there a computer talking to a chicken? Why not? I launched 2 strips before this as previews, the Star Wars one and the Classic Game Room one, but this is where the series really kicks off here. It's tough to launch a series of comic strips because the story is told in little chunks, and the audience doesn't really know the character personalities by now, unless you know the character personalities by now, in which case you're ahead of the game. But this went through a huge rewrite, actually about 4 times, to get it to where it is now, where I just wanted to establish the fact that Disco 8-track is about an obsolete computer living in the future, which is pretty much how I feel every day. Without giving away too much of the upcoming plot, Edit Station 1 and Jesus start a web show seeking fame and fortune and become overnight internet celebrities. Hilarity and hijinks are sure to follow as they desperately attempt to cling to their fame while staying relevant and keeping up with modern technology that they have no clue about. What we learn here is that Edit Station 1 is pretty firmly rooted back in the 1970s, and doesn't really understand anything after the first couple seasons of Magnum P.I. Jesus is insane, and a good driving force of the entire comic, and then eventually we meet the Cosmic Death Brick, who brings an entirely new character dynamic. Assuming you keep reading or watching, they do eventually crowdfund a space station and get into live streaming to make ends meet. I publish these over at disco8track.com along with some writing about the inspiration for the title. You can follow the series there and Disco 8-track on Twitter, and you're already following it here on YouTube, or at least you should be. See you back here in a week or so for number 2, ahead of the official release, even though I actually forget what number 2 is about. I'm up to like 35 by now. See you then. Thank you for reading. Thank you for listening.